Alright, so it's 11:53 right now, Sunday afternoon. About to knock this shirt order out right now. It's about 100 shirts. Let's see how long it takes to get this out. So this order here I did in early December. It's a family reunion t-shirt order, about 100 shirts, 2 color front, 1 color back. The front is white flash white, and then it has a red overlay. The back is gonna be white 1 pass, and the back was simple. It was just a roster. The one thing that made this order a little bit different is I had 5 extra small youth t-shirts, and the extra small t-shirts, if you're familiar with them, you can't use the same screens you do for the adult t-shirts, so you have to make all new screens for those. And the extra small, the t-shirts also don't fit on the adult palette. So at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I use these different palettes without actually taking the adult palettes off. I always like using a white underbase versus straight on the shirt when I'm using color, because you always get a lot more vibrant print and a lot more truer color, if you will. There are some t-shirt colors you can get away with not using the underbase, but if you're using a dark color, especially black, you're gonna want to use that underbase. See here, if I didn't use the underbase, I'd probably have to give it at least 2 passes of red, and even at 2 passes, it wouldn't look as bright as it does with that 1 pass with that underbase. So when you're doing that color overlay, you want to make sure that the color that it's going to be laying on top of flashes all the way through, that you don't have any moisture in the color, because it's going to bleed through the color that you're overlaying. Alright, so I got the fronts out. Now it's time to get these backs out. I'm just going to give it 1 pass. It's a single color white. I should give it a flash, but I'm going to save some time on this and just give it 1 pass. It should look just as good. The fronts took a little bit longer than I expected. It's 4:54 right now, and I thought I'd be done with these about 3 o'clock, but it was a flash, hit flash, and then a red flash. So it's a total of 2 colors, but it was 3 passes total, so it took a little bit longer. And I'm also running out of white ink, so I hope this is gonna hold up for this run here. It is Sunday, so I won't be able to get any today, and I want to finish this order, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give it that 1 pass, and hopefully 100 shirts, this will hold up. Alright, so I got about 15 upsizes, 2, 3, and 4X. Now these right here, I don't get them from my vendor. I actually get them from Walmart. Depends what area you're in, but I get them for, I think they're $4.48, and my vendor has the upsizes for $6.50, something like that. Save a few bucks per shirt, and when you have 15 or more, I mean, it adds up. The only thing is Walmart doesn't always carry the sizes you need, so sometimes you got to go to a few different Walmarts, but that's no problem if I'm going to save, you know, 30-40 bucks. So fronts are done. Time to knock these backs out. You should always be on the lookout for deals on t-shirts, even from your vendors. Sometimes they have stuff on sale, but I started looking for stuff in, you know, other places. Sometimes Michael's will have like a 50% off on all t-shirts, so they come out to less than $2 per shirt. I used to always order from Alpha Broader. Alpha Broader for a lot of years was pretty good as far as pricing and shipping. They had this thing where it was FedEx Flex Ship, and that Flex Ship was free. So no matter if I needed 5 shirts or I needed 100 shirts, shipping was free, and all I had to do was go pick it up at a FedEx location, like a FedEx office, and you know, there's one right here nearby me, so it was no problem at all. But what started happening was they started charging for Flex Ship. Alright, so I'm almost done with this order here. I have 5 youth extra small. I had to change the screens on these. I had to do a smaller image because the adult image won't fit on the youth extra small. and let me show you how I do these youth extra small without changing the adult palette. Not sure what you need to get started or just want to upgrade your equipment? Be sure and check out my Amazon store for the best deals on sale for screen print supplies and products all in one place. So I tried making the backs for the youth extra small, but I couldn't get that image to clear. I was using a different printer, so the output wasn't coming out that great. So when I was going to expose, the image was so small, you know, all the little letters on there from the names, it wasn't exposing correctly. So I just decided to use the adult screen, and it worked pretty good, as you can see there. And these I burned through pretty quick. So this is gonna be for the front. I'm gonna take my youth palette, and usually what I'll do on this is I'll take off the adult palette and I'll unscrew the bracket, put the bracket on the youth palette, load it back up, square everything up, zero everything out, and do the youth t-shirts. But here I only have I think it's 5 youth extra small t-shirts, and I didn't want to go through all that hassle for just 5 shirts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my youth extra small palette and I'm just gonna lay it on top of my adult palette, so I don't have to do any unscrewing and any measuring and any of that. The one thing is, you got to be sure that you have that palette with some real good tack on there, and you got to make sure that it doesn't move at all. Kind of a measure twice, cut once type of thing. And one thing you got to make sure is, like, my flash dryer is really low on the palette, so I have a palette sitting on top of the palette, and you don't want that flash dryer to burn anything. So right there, what I'm doing is checking that it's not hitting my shirt. As you see there, the screen is sitting kind of high, so you want to make sure that you don't over ink your screen, because you can transfer a lot of ink to the bottom of the screen and it's going to blotch out your shirt. So you definitely don't want to do that. If you're serious about screen printing, you should have a variety of palettes. You should have a jacket palette, you should have a sleeve palette, you should have a pocket palette, you should have a zipper palette, and then the youth palette. There's also a koozie palette, and there's just, I mean, there's so many palettes, and it's good to have them. So when you have an order you need to get to right away, you're not there scrambling trying to make your own palette or trying to go and buy one somewhere. So it's always good to have these palettes on the ready. And that's just a piece of MDF board with palette tape on it. You can see there, it might fit on the adult palette, but you can see that it's gonna stretch it out. I used to do that when I first started. I would stretch out that shirt to make it fit that adult palette, but when that shirt came out, I mean, it looked like a youth medium, and you don't want to do that to your customers, so you know, might as well do it right. All right, so the time is now 9:16 and I just finished this order. Been at this order since 12 in the afternoon. Took way longer than I thought. So there it is, youth extra small and adult sizes. Not bad if I do say so myself. And if you did find this helpful, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out all my other screen print videos. Click the link in my description for screen print supplies on sale right now from Amazon, and check you on the next one.